जी आफ्टर तवील 40 किलोमीटर के बाद तकरीबन हम पहुंच गए हैं लायन एंड सफारी का पार्क। ये पीछे देख सकते हैं इनका वो है और ये सामने ही इनका, हम जाएंगे इधर, फिर हम शेर देखेंगे, बगर शेर देखेंगे, चीते देखेंगे। Hello my friend, how are you?
Oh, good.
Good, good.
Coming for cycling?
Yeah, I will go for also. Can you?
You know where you go?
No, I.
For cycling, you see there, where's the entrance?
Oh, okay.
You go down, the first office on your left.
Thank you.
You get the ticket, you turn right.
Okay.
Up in the bush.
Thank you.
All right.
I can go in bush with cycle.
Huh?
I can go in bush with cycle.
Yeah, people they cycle.
Okay. चलिए जी अंदर चलते हैं, टिकट लेते हैं और फिर लायंस देखते हैं।
Sorry.
Hello, how are you? Stay like this. I'm well. Okay, I just came to. Please give me one ticket. I want to visit to see the lions and tigers.
You wanna go with us? In our
Yes, yes,
guided-
definitely. I have
guided
bicycle. I can't go with bicycle with
You
lion.
can't. So, where are you gonna leave the bicycle? We'll keep it for you here.
Yes, I can leave
Yeah,
here.
you can leave
And
it
you can help me to put this stuff in charging.
What
Okay.
is that?
This
Should
is
I
the battery.
charge it for you?
Yes, I will give you the charger and this connect. Then you just help me to charge it.
Okay.
When I will complete the show, I will come and take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we have 1 hour guided tour. It's gonna leave now at 1:30.
Okay.
It's $3.25 per person.
Half hour.
1 hour.
Okay.
Leaves at 1:30.
Okay, it's fine.
That's fine.
Thank you. You can
Okay.
book for.
It's 325.
Hello, how are you? Good, good.
Check this for the tour 1 hour. There's the truck.
There is a 2 categories, 1 hour and 2 hour.
Yeah, this 1 hour, this 2 hours, this 3 hours.
Okay, this is for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
for 1 hour.
So it's ready. Okay, I can go there. ये गाड़ियाँ इनमें हम बैठेंगे और जो है ना हम फिर अंदर लेके जाएंगे जंगल में जहाँ पे बहुत सारे लायंस होंगे।
If you permit me, we can do that today. Do you think it's a very good idea?
Brilliant.
Oh, at the back, I see my lady there saying, yeah. Now, the reason why, she has to say that, she knows by the time they reach here, they're already full. Yeah, but, in the beginning, it's going to be a nice snack. Do we have anyone from overseas, international? No one which is not from South Africa? Are we all of us where from, sir?
France.
From France? In France, we say bonjour.
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 You're more than welcome, sir. And the rest of us is South Africa. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm from China. Ni hao. All right, my name is Jabulani Vukeya. I'll be your guide for this wonderful afternoon. We're going for a predator tour, which is 1 hour. So after an hour, I shall bring us back. In this tour, we're going to see 4 different prides of lions, African wild dog, and the cheetah. When we're done, we are coming back. But it doesn't mean that since it's a predator tour, if we come across antelopes, it doesn't mean that we are not going to talk about antelopes. No, we'll talk about the antelopes, provided as long as we are not out of the road, which it's meant for this particular tour. Please, I encourage us to talk, ladies and gentlemen, especially if I miss some of the information which you'd like to know. Feel free to ask. I believe we came to the park looking for a nice experience. Allow me to give you that particular experience. We can use the gaps on the side to take nice pictures, but please do not put your arms outside as we feed our lions once a week, which is today. So don't say I didn't want anyone. So almost like from Monday to Friday, those guys, they have never tasted the they have never tasted the meat. So if we do that, it's gonna be difficult because with these lions, sometimes they prefer to come closer to the truck to do a nice window shopping. So if the arm is outside, that will be a proper takeaway. So please let me take you complete. Even when I bring you back, we need to be complete. When I smile, you're more than welcome to smile back. But immediately you see a lion smiling, please don't smile back. Usually lions, they do that when they are done marinating you. So don't help a lion to smile back. Can we proceed? We're not leaving someone. Okay, let's go.
Thanks.
Wow. Saudi.
Lalu grup lain apa mana tak boleh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first animal to talk about is the guys which you see there taking a nap there. These are the blue wildebeest. In Africa, we have two species of those guys. We have the black and the blue, in which these ones are the blue one. You know, when I was doing training to become a ranger, I asked my teacher, why do you have to call them a blue wildebeest? Because I don't see a blue color there. And my teacher told me that Jabulani just convince your eyes you'll see a blue color. So it's the same like with the black ones. They are not really dark black, but when you're away from them, they're more dark. The difference between these guys is that, you know, with the blue wildebeest, the shape of their horns, they curl sideways like a buffalo. That's why other people, they confuse them with buffaloes, is because of the shape of their horns. But with the black ones, they grow forward and curl upward. Other countries, they know them as Gunu. GNU, Gunu. The name Gunu is derived from the word, from the sounds which they make when they feel threatened. That's where the name Gunu came from. And this side, I saw our McDonald's of the bush, commonly known as, like, you know, impalas. Reason why people, they gave them a nice nickname, they call them McDonald's of the bush. It's because when you look behind them, you're going to see two black stripes on the thighs and one on the tail. Those particulars, they make a letter or a symbol M. So the daughter, that is the son. These guys, they have about 3 cubs, which are turning 7 months old now.
Where are the cubs?
There.
The small ones.
So with these guys, today the reason why we're a little bit fortunate, or the reason why we're a little bit lucky, it is because it's a feeding day. If it was not a feeding day, these guys, it was going to be a little bit difficult to see their face. Lions are one of the most laziest animals I've ever seen in my life. And these guys, they prefer to sleep during the day and to be active during the night. They are mostly nocturnal animals, these guys. During the day they sleep, during the night that's where they are more active. So if it was not a feeding day today, they would be sleeping by now. A lion can sleep between 16 to 20 hours per day. And so I respect the person who decided to name them lions, because they're always lying on the ground. They're always like, relaxed. So they know that at 3 o'clock today, we are going to get fed. That's why you see the movement up and down.
So we should.
And the reason why they are like, moving up and down over the fence is because Uber Eats come from that direction. So they know that, that's why 5 minutes to drive, 5 minutes to 3, they will be there by the gate. Around 3:05, their meat is not here, they're looking for a manager. Means that their meal is delayed. You were saying?
I was saying, do you have feeding tours?
Yes, we do. The next one, like beside this one, the next one is a feeding tour.
Oh, okay.
It's 2:30. This is a feeding. The first one, it was at 11:30 to 12 o'clock. The next feeding is going to be at 3, which will leave at 12:30.
We did it already.
How much kg per day they can eat?
We feed them once a week, which actually tomorrow is a feeding day. Today is a snack day.
Once a week, really?
Since they spend a lot of time sleeping, their metabolism is quite very slow. Digestion takes time for them. So if you feed them every day, you're actually killing them. Because you are not giving them enough chance to digest their food.
So lion eat only once a week?
In the wild, anytime. But it's only that also they can go for 2 weeks without eating. So that's why even when they eat, they make sure that they take a big chunk of meat, so that meat takes time to digest. It takes time to digest. If you feed them every day, you're actually killing them.
Oh.
In case you want to go outside, I won't say no.
I want to go.
Really, man? Please give me your credit card and PIN. Or any debit card which you have, and the PIN before you go. Because definitely you go outside, there's no coming back. Alright, let's proceed.
How are you?
When you look inside there, you can actually see about 3 cubs, which they're about 3 months old. They're very tiny. I believe if you can go outside there and carry one baby, the mother should be smiling. Mother should be saying, you are so kind, you do that. That's why if you want to see that lioness are 10 times dangerous than a male. Remember, the hunting is done by the lioness. The hunting is done by the lioness, but the first one to eat these guys is a male. Unfortunately, lions, they don't believe in women empowerment. So with these guys, no women empowerment at all. Particular pride of lions, they ask the question if it's possible to have more than one male in a pride, as the saying which goes like you will never find two bulls in one crowd. These guys, the quick answer, it is possible to have even 4 brothers together in a family or to start a family together. But they must be related in order for them to form a coalition. So if they are not related, it's quite not easy for them to do that. It's only that it's quite difficult for a lady, for the female, because if the boys are two like these, if the female is on heat, she needs to mate with both of them. If she can mate with one and one is not part of mating, when the cubs are born, the one which was not part of mating will kill the cubs. So she needs to cover both. That way she's confusing them. When the cubs are born, they don't know exactly who's the father. That's the only way in which cubs survive.
Are they that intelligent?
Do you mean with the
cubs?
with the
Yeah.
girls?
Yeah.
Girls are intelligent, not these guys, because they don't know. It's them which they don't know. Since she play with them by like going to both of them or to 4 of them, when the cubs are born, when they think about killing cubs, in their mind there is what if it's my cubs. That's the only way in which cubs survive. Since they don't have DNA test. Rather than that, the cubs won't survive, man. If she leave one male, I'm not talking about the juveniles, I'm talking about the fully grown, the one which are already sexual mature. Again, when you look at these guys, they're a little bit light brown in color. Even if you can look at these guys, you can tell that they're more light brown in color. The reason behind that is because the father of these 2 boys was a white lion. The father of these 2 boys was a white lion. The mother, she was a brown lioness. So these type of lions, we refer them as a split lions. They are split lions. Originally from Eldo. So that's why, if you have noticed, you have seen some of the cubs which are white that side. It means that recessive genes was able to pass through, like their grandfather's genes was able to pass through. Which, you know, these guys, what they are doing there is very wrong. So you can't open the windows like that while the lions are hungry like this. There's an early Christmas for them. The only thing which I ask, they must those guys are very quick and they are aware. 4 years back, we lost an American lady there. If you open the windows of a car, her she was well because she even switch off the engine of the car. Remember, most of the cars, if the engine is off, it's not easy for you to like to close the window. You need to start the engine. That's a process.
And there's a baby in the front of that.
And which is west. Which is west.
Then warn them, caution them.
Hello, sir. Can you please close your window, please? The sad part is that if these guys, they harass them, they expect these lions to be killed, and it's not their fault. That's why it's safe. Marshmallow and Shaka. These two. And the leader of this pride, Marshmallow and Shaka, is the same story like with those guys. Their father was a white lamb, the mother was a brown lioness, in which Marshmallow, he took the genes from his father, but Shaka took both of the genes. So most of the girls, they confuse white lions with albinos. These guys, ladies and gentlemen, they are not albinos. These are the white lions. But the albinos, in the park like this, they won't survive. It's very, very hot for them. Since they don't have any pigmentation, they won't survive at all. So these are the white lions. With albinos, their eyes are reddish to pink in color, but with the white lions, their eyes are normally blue. A very beautiful blue eyes color.
What is it eating?
That's a cow leg.
A cow.
Because most of the meat which we feed these guys, ma'am, is the donations from our local farmers. So most of the farmers, when the animal dies in the farm, instead of getting rid of the carcass, they just call us, we go and fetch the meat. In which, in a menu, it's either horse meat or a cow, sometimes donkey meat, sometimes chicken farms, sometimes game meat, sometimes mother-in-law if we have one to donate. So it's basically donations. Yeah. So these guys were fed at 12. That's why they still have that particular bone. Because tomorrow that bone we'll have to clean it. We have to collect bones in the morning.
How they collect it?
So
where are they?
You mean the lions?
Yeah.
Oh, outside. With us we're unique, man. That's very special.
So it knows you.
I don't really know when. With the lions, immediately, as any lion which is raised by mommy, you'll never feel comfortable to touch that lion. It's already white. When you see, like, people touching lions, interacting with lions, it means that that cub, was taken away before they can open their eyes. Cubs are born with their eyes closed. They're born blind. In about 4 days to a week, that's where they will start to open their eyes. And at the day they open their eyes, the first one to see is a lioness. That cub is already white. You'll never tame that cub, you'll never train that cub, it's already white. Because mommy, she already told the cub not to speak with strangers. But if you immediately open its eyes, the first one to see is a human being. That's where you hear that lions regulars, that lion trainers, they do that because most of those cubs have been rescued. So with us, remember with us when we are looking for this particular kind of a job, the first question they will always ask you in the interview is always one question: can you run fast? So if you say yes, you got the job, no further questions. That's why you see us having a confidence to go outside with them. I'm kidding, ladies and gentlemen. It is because of fear. Anything which is brave, these guys are scared of. That's why, like now, if there's a person inside this truck, you are brave enough, you know that you don't have fear, your heartbeat is not going to change. You go to those guys, looking them in their eyes, 99% chance for these guys to run away is there. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't say 100%. I'm saying 99% chance for these guys to run away is there. Why? As long as they don't sense your fear. That's why when you watch National Geographic channels and programs, maybe you have seen like Maasai people from Kenya going straight to the lions and steal meat away from them. It's not because they're using muti, those guys. It is because they don't have fear at all. So in other words, if you're not scared, you will go. And then, of course, you can't hold your breath for them. No. But it will take you a buying time. It's the same like if this cage decides to open, all of us were exposed to the lions, they will be the ones which will go first. Those ones are the most scared of all of us. Definitely what I know, I will be the last one. That's what I'm 100% sure I'm the last one. So lions, they deal with your fear. Even when they look at it, let me not say only lions. Most of the predators, they do that. Wild dogs, they can even hear their heartbeat. They say that those ears, they are sensitive in such a way that they can able to hear a heartbeat of an animal from far distance. Alright, there we have our male ostrich. The reason why I'm saying it's a male is because for the fact that it's black in color. So the females are brown in color or gray in color. This guy is very, very old by himself. The reason why he's by himself is not because the females went for shopping, no. They've been taken away from him. His credit card is finished there. He doesn't have money anymore. He was a human being, we say he blew it. So all the girls have been taken away by the youngsters. If this guy was in the wild, the chances for him to be still alive are quite very slim. Should have been dead by now. The reason why I'm saying this is because most of the predators, they target the dog. So he was supposed to be in someone's stomach by now, especially lions. Okay, let's proceed. Then we can put your phone here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. By looking at the color and the size. When you look at these guys, they look like they're dirty. Yes, it's August now, we know, it's windy and it's dusty, but you know, these guys, they have a brown stripe. If you look closer, those stripes, you can see that actually they have three colors. They're brown, black, and white. But the Cape Mountains, they only have two colors. Cape Mountains, they are pure black and white. And their belly is completely white. The straps the end of the side, leaving their belly to be white. But these guys, they actually have three. With the Hartmann's mountain zebras, they look similar to these guys. But with those guys, they are much bigger. And then normally they are natural habitats. It's in Namibia. Zebras are pregnant for 365 days. They are pregnant for 12 months. When they give birth to one baby, which is much better compared to giraffes, because giraffes is between 15 to 16 months, which is better compared to an elephant. With the elephant, the mother should even forget that she's pregnant. This is taking forever. You find her rolling on the mat. She waited for too long. Elephants are pregnant for 22 months, almost 2 years. But with these guys, you can't tell easily that one is pregnant. Sometimes you will be pointing over a guy. Why? It's because these guys, they are naturally gifted. So their belly are quite very big. The reason behind that is because zebras are not ruminant. Ruminant are all grass-eating animals with 4 stomachs, chambers. These ones, they only have one, same like us human beings. Even though with us human beings, you'll hear someone's talking about 6-pack. Probably they're referring to muscles. But you know, we only have one stomach. So it's the same like these guys, one stomach. Hippopotamus, one stomach. Elephant, one stomach. What else? Rhinos, one stomach. Those guys, you know, they are classified as the high-gunt fermenters. They only use acid. Sorry. They use a bacteria which will produce a lot of gas to assist in the process of digestion. It's only us human beings, we use an acid for digestion. Them is a gas. You see, they are very big. Those bellies are full of gas. They are full of grass which they're eating. No wonder why, if we surprise a zebra by going closer to a zebra uninvited, normally they will surprise you back. They can use that gas as self-defense. That gas can confuse a full-grown lion. So don't take chance. Their stripes are unique like a human fingerprint. Every zebra is having a unique stripes pattern. And so when the female, she gives birth, she prefers for the first week to stay away from the rest of the family to allow the imprint to take place. Because even if there are more than 200, the baby will identify which one is the mother by looking at the stripes. Even if there are 200, those stripes are the same. To me, they look the same. But then they know. All right, let's proceed. Are we still fine so far? Are we still okay? Yeah. Okay, let's proceed. If you're less than 18, close your eyes. If you're less than 18 years, close your eyes. And because of that, I'm going to charge you more. Remember who came for the drug? His name is Zulu, that guy. His name is Zulu. Zulu's got about 4 like. Remember I mentioned Shaka in the previous camp? Shaka and Zulu, they were born same day. If you still remember George, this is the big brother of George. Zulu is the big brother of George, same mother, same father. Different age. Yeah. Different age. So Zulu's got about 4 lionesses and 2 daughters. He used 2 daughters. He used to have 6 lionesses.
No, it has 5.
We had to take that, two lioness out because these are one of the most rough girls I've ever seen in my life. If I'm not mistaken, Zulu is the 7th husband to these ladies. So every time we introduce a male here, in the morning we're going to find him by the gate. We just wanted to go out because of what these girls they were doing throughout the night. So they are very rough, these girls. Other people they call them Benoni chicks. I don't know what's happening around Benoni. But these ladies to be called Benoni chicks. But a lion can have more than 10 or more than 20 lioness. You see, there he's coming with flowers. She's not impressed. She said that from everything you bring a bone to me. She said that's why she's moving away. He doesn't want to eat that. He's trying to be romantic to her. But he only does that when they're mating. When they're not mating, there's no woman empowerment with these guys. Everything's all about the man. And then he's gonna take that one to give it to her because it's much better. That's why everyone will move away because the boss says hi. And he said that come here, I've got a credit card for you for shopping. And she's not impressed at me. She's I can actually write a book about these guys. What is happening there? And you can see that she's sleeping, she's not interested. He can even punish these guys. He can bite them just to prove a point to her. There we go, he's taking that, that flower which he got, you see flowers which he got back to her. And there we go, you see. It's like can be romantic sometimes. She's not impressed, you cannot eat. She said that, it's too little. Can you increase the amount? Can you increase the amount? Then she said that I'm not the only kind of person. Lions don't have a mating season. Anytime is the time with these guys. The one which will go on heat is lioness. When the lioness is on heat, the male will be able to smell her. It means they have another gland situated at the back of the front teeth. We call it the Jacobson socket. That's the gland which confirms. That's how he knows that she's ready to mate. She said that move away, I've got a headache. Look like it's not buying storage, move away, follow her. So it's a smell which makes him to know if she's ready and even if she's not ready. You're going to kill your daughter because you're trying to. So when the female is ready, they'll start mating, which will last between 3 days to over a week. But lions, they can mate for more than 50 times per day. I've never mentioned this information, there's no comments. I believe it's the first time I get it. But sometimes I do accept the silence one. So I believe the comments are the silence one, so it's not the vocal one. Sometimes when I read my guests, they say they want to be lion in the next line. After telling them that the lions can mate for more than 50 times per day. But the moment you mention the duration of mating, no one wants to be lion anymore. Because these guys, when they mate, the mating only lasts between 6 to 15 seconds. So if you're sitting beside the mating there, by the time you move, before you take a camera, they're already done. People who knows, they say that's where the story about the laughing hyenas come from. A laughing hyena is actually laughing at the lions. Because these guys are the king of the jungle, but they don't have a business card. Alright, let's go to the vendor hall. We're going to the African wild dogs now. And then after wild dogs, we go to the cheetah. We are done. Hello. we have our African wild dogs. Many people they know them as painted dogs, but whoever was painting them is not good at all. Not good at all. Other people they confuse them with hyenas. Hyena. So with the hyenas, they're much bigger compared to these guys. And again, they have a sloppy back. And again, hyenas are cats. They're not dogs. Hyenas, they fall under cats family, don't fall under dogs family. And so when we call a baby hyena, it's a hyena cub. Baby lion is a lion cub. These are true canine dogs. It's only that you can't tame them. You'll never domesticate these guys. No matter what you do, they remain wild. They don't lose their wild instincts. Even if you know they're just like born now, you take them and hand raise them. After 3 to 4 months, they'll start to eat you. Their instinct is not there. They're quite very dangerous, these guys. So you can't tame. That's why all these animals which you saw, we can't introduce them back to the wild. But there's this one's okay. They survive without any problem. They survive without any problem. But even if it was easy for us to make them a pet, it was not going to be a good idea. Wild dogs are not clean animals. These are not clean animals. Wild dog can do number 1 and number 2 and roll on top of it. When they drink water, all the business are happening there, all the workshops are happening there, all the seminars are happening there. Whereas they food, drink, and swim in the same water. They have about 7 glands all over their body which secrete some scent. You touch about dog, your hands can smell it. When you use your cologne for this spray, you're wasting your time because their smell is quite very strong and it doesn't smell good. It's hot. That's why if you can do your research, most of the people who work with these guys are single. I've never seen a married person. I've never, ever in my life seen a married person working in their breeding centers. No. Alright, let's proceed. But we are losing this guy. They are currently one of the most endangered predators. Come on guys, we're in the middle of the road. Standing by ranger.
They were right, horse right, and then they are back. You know when they
The last time, the person who met me for the last time, it was the beginning. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last enclosure from him. I shall take us
Can
back.
they use the 9-seater?
Affirmative, ranger.
Okay, copy.
We have 4 brothers here. So this is our last camp. From here, I shall take us back to the main center. But here we have 4 brothers. These are the cheetah. Even if there was one, it was still going to be okay. Even if there was one cheetah, it was still going to be okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because cheetahs are not social cats, but they are solitary. They prefer solo. They're not social cats. From all the big cats in Africa, it's only one social cat. That's lion. The rest are solitary. So these are solitary. So even if there was one, you saw him sitting by himself. It was not. The one which they don't mind to be in a group is boys, especially on the weekend. But you'll never find females in the group. Never. Females should prefer solo. The only time where a female should meet with a male, it's only for one purpose. That's mating. After mating, everyone will take their own direction. Probably that's how they got their name. I don't know.
سيهضروا مع بعض.
But from all the big cats family which you have, these are the sweetest of them all. These are the less dangerous of them all. These are the easiest one to domesticate. These are the easiest one to train. These are the easiest one to be around them. So when you go to places like Dubai, you don't have a cheetah as a pet. You don't have a black bear. We used to have one cheetah in this park. We used to call her Chitana. Chitana, she used to go to people's wedding. When people get married, they buy Chitana just to become a ring bearer at their wedding. When we tie the rings on the necks, swoop down and hide. You can't do that with the cheetahs, especially if they're trained. And the cheetahs are loyal. You can do that with them. But if you want to spoil your wedding, just use a lion as a ring bearer. I promise people will never forget your wedding. If only there will be any wedding. Lions are not loyal at all. Fastest land mammals or fastest land animal, it is a cheetah. If I have to say a fastest animal is a cheetah, I'm incorrect. Because that's where I'm excluding birds. And the fastest in an animal kingdom is actually a bird. That's a falcon. A paragon falcon. Those guys, when they dive, they can reach about 320 kilometers per hour. Wow. The cheetah speed is about 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. But a cheetah can accelerate their speed from 0 up to 100 kilometers per hour in between 3 to 10 seconds. Hence we call them Ferraris of the bush. So ladies and gentlemen, if these guys they can go from 100 kilometers per hour in about 3 to 10 seconds, let me give you advice in case they're coming for you. Please don't waste your time. No, don't run. Anyway, if you run, you're doing a cheetah a favor because you're warming up his food. It's like microwave. The more you run, remember, the more warm you become. So don't waste your time with these guys. Alright, this is the end. Thank you so much for coming, ladies and gentlemen.
One question. You
Yes,
said
ma'am.
the wild dogs are endangered. What's making them endangered?
People were killing them, especially farmers. Because these guys, they used to sneak and go to their farms, kill their livestock. And another thing, ma'am, is disease. It's easy for these guys, for the wild dogs, the disease, to spread from one to another. Because wild dogs, when they're happy, they prefer to bite each other. When they're sad, they prefer to bite each other. So, which is a good thing that we're not raising them because it was going to be bone left. And then again, even their reproductions is very slow because even if there are 20 in the pack, it's only an alpha female that can reproduce only. Another girl, fall pregnant, it is a decision of the alpha female what she wants to do with those puppies. If she doesn't like them, she'll just make a squishy sound to let the rest, to kill them and eat them. So, and again, with the wild dogs, ma'am, they are family orientated in such a way that they can still take care of the old one, sick one, and injured one. It means that, all the old, weaker one, or old, sick, or injured, and their puppies, they will be left at home. The stronger one, they are the one which is gonna go and hunt. When they get out of meat, they will eat as more meat as they can. When they reach home, they start to regurgitate that meat to share equally with the rest of them. In other words, wild dogs, when they go out to hunt, they prefer takeaway because they're thinking about the ones which are left there. So if the meat is poisoned, it's easy for the whole pack to go. If one is sick, it's easy for the disease to spread like that. That's why we are losing them. I believe that we are left with about 6,600 in Africa, the whole continent. In South Africa, we're less than 450 in the wild. So we're losing them. Like our kids, they will only learn about them from television or books, the way it goes. Even though some few organizations are busy trying to breed them and reintroduce them back to the wild, but still, it's not working. Yeah. Are we all fine, ladies and gentlemen? Can I take us back? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
चलें जी, हम जो है अभी देखिए वापस आए हैं सारे जानवर, चीता भी थे, शेर भी थे, अफ्रीकन कुत्ते भी थे। अभी हम थोड़ी देर में निकलेंगे वापसी की तरफ क्योंकि टाइम बहुत हो गया है और आते हुए मुझे 3-4 घंटे लगे थे और वापसी में मुझे इतना ही सफ़र करना है। Fuera, bobo.
And I'm not thinking.
Oh, he wants your shirt. Oh, or something on your bicycle. You know what? I think it thinks it's another.
Yeah. Wacht voor de papa. Ja.
चलें जी, हमारा जो है ना यहाँ पे आखिरी था और हमारा ये लायन सफारी टूर जो है ना इत्मीनान में पहुँचा और इंशाल्लाह फिर अगले हफ्ते नए टूर के साथ हाज़िर होंगे। तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।